what means Rahu Mount. Actually, in ancient time, in Bhagavata Purana, you can read how a demon, Swarbhanu, came to the place of demigods and was like to sit between them and like to get Amrita nectar and be immortal. But first demigods and he wants to sit between Chandra and Surya, moon and sun, and disguise himself, cheat others that he is demigods, pretend to be demigods and want to drink this nectar. But unfortunately Mahinimurti cut his head and he became a demon called Rahu. Rahu like to eat moon. When you see on the sky sometimes sun eclipse or moon eclipse, so this is this demon doing such work. So on our hands this area called Rahu Mount, and Rahu gives bad tendency. If it's overdeveloped, too much developed, it's giving anger, generally desire for fighting. So therefore in Western palmistry it's called negative Mars, second Mars. This positive Mars, this negative Mars. And of course Rahu seen as a betrayal. So good Rahu, if you have a good Rahu, then your mentality would be unwillingness to look at other people's wives. So you would be interested about another people's wives. Bad Rahu is sparking interest in another man's wife. Every planet gives a person his vision. Rahu gives bad vision. That's the opposite person under clothing. Also bad Rahu can give mentality to person like steal woman or attract them. Bad Rahu make people spies on women who are looking at them, who is making plans for rapprochement with them, and those who commit violence. Bad Rahu also militant rapist. Throughout his life he can be a quiet family man, but once he goes in the evening on the alley and suddenly attacked a woman, tearing off her dress and raping in the bushes. Anyway, all the distortions in one way or another associated with the poor Rahu. Rahu connected Rahu mounts situated near lifeline. So this is very interesting position, and also when we will later speak about lifeline, I will describe more about Rahu Mount, how its influence and where our lifeline started. Please study your Rahu, not work on your bad qualities and improve yourself. So next mount is called Ketu Mount. Ketu is a planet of mystics. Ketu gives special physical abilities to those who are under its influence. It reveals the ability to heal, to pick herbs, spices, and use the strong Ketu. You can take the power over spirits, ghosts, and cast them out of body of this demon, and Ketu in contact with each of the planet in our palm. Ketu situated in the middle. Ketu contact with each of the planets in our palm, which means that it carries a special philosophy. Since the principal value of Ketu, austerity and detachment, one can understand the development of these qualities is a center around which concentrate all the heel's palm. Whatever we do, it is impossible to attribute, only imagine. You always have to remember that only God permits which it's time to happen. Positive Ketu heel give a great self-esteem and low mentality. The image Ketu holds in his hands the flag of self glorification. It is not struggle, but in our times such a combination of qualities of character brings material success. However, under the influence of Ketu, this success brings only the concern, so that people disappointed and lose interest in life. This influence makes the planet Ketu more favorable than the Rahu. So Rahu is more worse than Ketu. Ketu shows also moksha, enlightenment and liberation. It brings to mind the spiritual tendency and a desire to lead an ascetic life, ability to revive a man's detachment from material desire. So Rahu is the head of demon and Ketu his tail. Rahu indicates sinful deeds committed in previous life, which can be seen on the palm of the lines coming from the area of Rahu, and also lines coming from this place where lifeline started, Rahu and Ketu in the middle. Ketu shows a man mathematic, agriculture and construction ability. Ketu gives special physical abilities to those who are under its influence. It reveals the ability to heal, to pick herbs, spices and use to assign a special diet. So harmonize Ketu, you should control your senses and be austere and detached from material desires. So here you can see the Rahu exaltation in Gemini and Ketu exalting in Sagittarius, and also some evidence from ancient temples where it's mentioned, and also in Quran, in Muslim astrology. So you could see here is one of my client who showed to me hand. This is, you could see my client pictures, and he was really very much into mystics and very much disappointed in his life. So Ketu very much manifests in his life. So this is normal Ketu. When you see big hole here, so this is not so good influence. The person will be lose of all material enjoyment. So this is showing nice Ketu, and this is overdeveloped Ketu. So Ketu is a planet of mystics, and if it's too much developed, if you see hole, so this is not good sign for a person. So here you can see how it's manifest on the sky of this descending node Ketu, where he is moving, how he is moving, and Rahu, they always opposite on each other, and they always retrograde. They moving not direct direction, but always retrograde. Good Ketu manifest when it's not so big hole, when it's nice. So then person get ability for mystical power, for subtle vision. So if you see hole, that means in this person very much open third eyes, and he has a kind of subtle vision and also subtle feelings. Sometimes people under the influence of Ketu have the ability to emerge undetected or unnoticed in a crowd of people to dissolve. So thank you very much for watching this video. Try to understand your mounts on your palm, know right meaning about these mounts, and study Vedic Palmistry.